once again, you got your facts mixed up again. I'm not a proponent for gay marriage, but I am a proponent for the Constitution and the government. Um, there's two books in my life that I live by. One being the Bible, the other being the Constitution. Um, but the two of them are separate. Um, you know, this country was set up, you know, by people who were escaping religious persecution. Um, they came here for freedom, and this is still the only true bastion of freedom left in the world, and that's slowly slipping away. And I used to be, a lot more like you, a lot more on the so-called conservative side. Um, but uh, take the Nolan chart test. It is a very good test to tell you where you truly are in the political spectrum. Um, I don't know if you're, someone that watches Glenn Beck, but you know, the Constitution gave only gave the people certain rights, and those rights are not to be denied by anybody. That doesn't mean that that the that we can add anything or do anything we want to manipulate the Constitution so that it fits what you want. The whole point is freedom. Everybody gets to choose what they want to do, um, whether you morally think it's right or not, or whether I do. Um, I don't think that gay marriage is morally right, but God gave us free will. Who am I to stand in the way of somebody else's free will, whether it be a good choice or a bad choice? You know, you can do all you want to talk to that person, politely, and and you know, preach the message. But your viewpoints are you say that the gay community is trying to push itself on you, and I understand what you mean, but the way you're pushing back is just the exact opposite, which is just as bad. You're trying to force your religion, Christianity, my religion, on everybody too. And we were a nation founded by Christians, but we were also a nation founded by men who were smart enough to know that not everybody that comes to this country is going to be a Christian. Um, so that's why they set up the freedom of religion, any religion. I don't have to like it, but I have just as free speech. Everybody will say, I may not agree with what you say, but I'll defend till my with my last breath your right to say it. But then when it comes to doing something, that totally changes, and that's something I don't get. Um, you know, I understand where you're coming from. Again, I don't like the idea of gay marriage, but no one's really forcing it into your family. Um, I mean, people are gonna make bad choices, and it's not the government's job to control what choices they make. That's up to them. That's between them and God, not them and the government. Christians in this country have replaced, not necessarily replaced, but they've heightened the level of government almost to the level of God. And that is, that's why the separation of church and state is in there. Because they came from where the Church of England ran everything. So having, a religion run a government is a bad thing. Because things like the Inquisition happened. You know, this was, again, supposed to be a free country. Um, so I don't have to agree with, everything that people do, but they should be as free to do what they want to do as I am to do what I want to do. And that's what the Constitution means. Now, as far as morally, we still have, you know, you can, protest, you know, you know, communities, and if someone's doing something that is seen as immoral in the community, um, they'll suffer those consequences in a personal way. You know, I don't know, what example, whatever you want to use, but you know, if people that they do business with or that they, are friends with see them doing something, unsavory to them, then that's where they step in, and and that's where their consequences are there, and in the end, when God judges us. But again, it's not the government's job to do that. Um, I wish Christians would stop trying to use the government so much to try to force things upon people. Um, Again, like I said, God gave us free will. It is not the government's right to take it away.